Hey there guys, Portal Master 9351 here, and in this video, I'm going to be talking about some of the stuff that I think will be revealed at E3, which is coming up very soon on June the 16th. So, first up, I think that we'll get a look at Diveklops' figure and a little bit of gameplay with him. He might not be available for hands-on, because I know that they're going to have hands-on where you can actually get to play a prototype of the game. But I think at the very least we'll see Diveklops' figure, and for those of you who don't know, Diveklops pairs up with Dive Bomber. So I think there's a good chance that we'll get to see his figure, which is something I've been really excited to see. I also think we're going to get a nice look at the boat goat and her boat. The magic ram goat thing that's on the cover art for Skylanders Superchargers, as well as her boat. We might not get a look at the boat's figure, but I'm sure we'll get a look at some gameplay of it. And I'm almost positive we'll get the figure of the magic goat. I would be very surprised if we don't get that. I think we're going to see Stealth Elf's vehicle, because since she's a starter pack character, I think it would be strange if they kept her vehicle under wraps for a long time. Of course, if they did, it would sort of correspond with my theory that they're going to release the vehicles and the characters in completely different waves. So you might buy Dive Bomber really early on in Wave 1, but not get Diveklops until Christmas in Wave 3. So I think that the way that they reveal these characters and these vehicles is going to kind of correspond to how they release them. I know that was definitely the case in Trap Team, not so much with Swap Force, because let's think, in Swap Force, I mean, Frano was revealed early. He didn't come out until really late. Of course, we knew that from the very beginning. But we were also told that Stink Bomb and Freeze Blade would come out in the first wave, but they never did. So, we'll see. I also think that we're going to get a look at an all-new character and an all-new vehicle combination. So something that we have not seen anything about before. So brand new land, sea, or sky vehicle with the corresponding supercharger. I think we might get a look at Double Dare Trigger Happy's figure. We might just see artwork of it, maybe not the actual thing. Or get to play with it, but I think that we'll at least get a look at the figure and the base, and we might find out what kind of vehicle he has, but I highly doubt we'll actually get to see his vehicle. And we'll also probably learn Terrafin's name. They'll probably be ready to release Terrafin's name. And there's actually a good chance that we learn about a new Repose. That's a good chance too. Or are just enlightened to the fact that there is another Repose this time around. We might get to see Hurricane Jetvac's figure, as well as Jetstream in the flesh, or in the plastic, whatever you want to say, because he was kind of Game Informer exclusive. In past history, there has been a Game Informer exclusive character. In Swap Force, I'm trying to think if there was one in Swap Force. Seems like there was, maybe not. They usually get some type of exclusive news. Like last year, they got Torch before anyone else. And so, it wouldn't surprise me if they, since they've been getting a little bit of exclusive stuff on Hurricane Jetvac, that after that exclusivity is run out, they might be ready to sort of release info on Hurricane Jetvac to everyone. We'll probably get to play at least one new level, and we'll probably at least get to look at 2 levels, if not be able to play 2 levels at E3. And so, of course, we'll get coverage of that as well. We might get a little bit of information as to how Light and Dark will tie in with the story, if they will tie in at all. Seems like they made a really big deal of that, about that, in December of last year. So I think it would be strange if they didn't somehow incorporate them into the story, but I'm not sure. They might wait until Skylanders 6 to expand on that, since there's going to be this whole darkness teaming up with chaos thing. And speaking of chaos, I think we're going to learn how he escaped. It has not been explained how chaos can be in this trap and somehow give my vehicles a power-up, and yet he's not, and yet he's somehow wreaking havoc on Skylands. That has not been explained. I have my theories as to how it's going to be explained. Mostly that it's not the same Chaos, or somehow Glumshanks switched with him or something like that. But that's just my theory as of right now. But we'll probably learn about that at E3. We'll probably get some confirmation of online. They said that they have a big surprise in store for us. And so far, everything I've said is just more figures. And that's not really a surprise. We know they're going to reveal more figures. It's just a matter of which ones. But I'm pretty sure we're going to get confirmation on online. And we're going to find out how that's going to work. And if PvP is back. And maybe some other off modes. We'll find out if they exist or not. And we might find a little bit about Portal Master rank, if the ranking system will be more like Swap Force, or if it's going to be more like Trap Team, where in Trap Team it took quite a while to rank up, and in Swap Force it didn't, and in Trap Team you got bonuses. You might figure out a little bit about that. And finally, they'll probably also announce details on how the Wii and 3DS version are going to work. Usually I know they don't really ever talk about the 3DS version until right before, but since one of their biggest platforms, the Wii, is going to be different in some way, we can't be sure how they're going to handle it. We've said, we know that it's not the full adventure on the Wii, and they're calling it like an auxiliary. I can't remember the adjective they used, but, coupling, it was completely, they made it sound like it was a completely different storyline in the Wii version, which makes me think it's going to be similar to the 3DS version. Or they might finally make it to where the 3DS version, you actually have gold and upgrades and stuff. I would love it if they did that. I would personally love it if they did that. As you may know, I recently did get Giants and Swap Force for the 3DS, and so I just realized how kind of boring it is without the upgrades. And I think that would be a welcome addition, especially since the Wii will more than likely be parallel with the 3DS. But anyways, that's just my thoughts. But anyways, that's what I speculate will be revealed at E3. Just a quick recap. Diveclops' figure, Boat Goat and her boat, Stealth Elf's vehicle, an all-new character and vehicle coupling, Double Dare Trigger Happy's figure, Terrafin's name, Hurricane Jetpack and Jetstream's figures, 2 new levels showcased, information on how Light and Dark will tie in with the storyline, backstory on how Chaos got out, online confirmation, and the Wii and 3DS details. So, that's all for now. This has been Portal Master 9351. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you next time, everybody. Goodbye!